As Arcane Season 2 approaches, fans are speculating about the identity of the mysterious character Vander. Could this shadowy figure be the savage beast Warwick or the mad scientist Dr. Mundo? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: Vander's true identity is sure to shake up the world of Runeterra in a big way. Who is Vander in Arcane Season 2? Will he be Warwick or Dr. Mundo? Find out as the new season approaches and Vander's true identity is revealed. Will he be a hero or a villain? The identity of Vander is sure to have a major impact on the world of Runeterra and the stories of the characters we know and love. So stay tuned, summoners, because Arcane Season 2 is going to be a wild ride that you won't want to miss. What do you think? Could Vander be Warwick or Dr. Mundo in Arcane Season 2? Let us know in the comments below. We want to hear your theories and predictions about Vander's true identity. Who do you think he really is? Share your thoughts with the community and let's discuss the possibilities together. We can't wait to see what you have to say. Brace yourself, summoners, because Arcane Season 2 might be about to drop a bombshell. Vander might be transforming into none other than the mutant wolfman Warwick. Fans have been speculating about this theory for a while now, and the evidence is starting to pile up. You see, Vander and Warwick have a lot in common. Both have troubled pasts and thirst for revenge, and they both undergone some serious transformation. But is it really possible that Vander, the former revolutionary, is secretly the beastly Warwick in disguise? Or is he the scientist Dr. Mundo? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: Arcane Season 2 is shaping up to be a wild ride filled with twists, turns, and maybe even a few werewolves. So get ready, because this season is going to be epic. Point 1. It's clear that the writers of Arcane were heavily inspired by Warwick's character when creating Vander. Both characters have a troubled past, but strive to turn their lives around and become better people. The inclusion of Warwick's theme in the soundtrack and the references to him as the Hound of the Underground further solidify the connection between the two characters. However, despite these similarities, it's important to remember that Vander is his own character, with his own unique storyline and arc. While it's always fun to speculate about potential connections and Easter eggs in media, it's important to not get too caught up in fan theories and enjoy the story for what it is. Point 2. If the theory about Vander and Warwick being connected holds true, it would certainly make for an interesting plot twist in Arcane. The idea of Vander using a substance like Shimmer to gain power, only for it to eventually lead to his downfall, is a classic tale of caution against the temptation of short-term gain. It's also interesting to consider how this connection to Warwick might affect Vander's character development. Will he eventually succumb to the negative side effects of Shimmer and fully embrace his inner beast? Or will he find a way to harness his newfound power and use it for good? Only time will tell. Overall, the potential connection between Vander and Warwick adds an extra layer of depth and intrigue to the show, and it will be exciting to see how it plays out in future episodes. Point 3. The possibility that Vander could be connected to Singad's experiments and the substance known as Shimmer adds an extra layer of mystery and intrigue to his character. It's clear that Singad is willing to go to great lengths to perfect and preserve the mutation brought on by Shimmer, and it's possible that he sees Vander as a key component in achieving this goal. This raises the question of whether Vander will be able to resist the negative effects of Shimmer and maintain his humanity, or if he will succumb to its influence and become a heartless monster like Warwick. It's also interesting to consider how this potential connection to Shimmer and Singad's experiments might affect Vander's relationships with other characters in the show. Will he be able to trust those around him, or will he become paranoid and isolated as a result of his experiences? These are just a few of the many questions that come to mind when considering the potential connection between Vander and Singad's experiments. Overall, the possibility that Vander could be connected to Shimmer and Singad's experiments adds an extra layer of depth and mystery to this character, and it will be exciting to see how the storyline develops in future seasons of Arcane. Point 4. Who is Dr. Mundo? Well, Dr. Mundo is a fascinating character with a tragic past. The details of his transformation into the giant we know today are gruesome and shocking, and it's clear that the torture and experiments he endured had a profound impact on both his physical and mental well-being. Despite his damaged mind and lack of memory about his past, Dr. Mundo is confident in his role as a doctor and is determined to treat everyone who comes to him. However, his violent tendencies and killing spree suggest suggests that he may not be the most reliable healthcare provider. It's interesting to consider how Dr. Mundo's experiences in Oswald Asylum may have influenced his character and actions. It's possible that the trauma he suffered while being subjected to torture and experiments has led to his violent tendencies and unstable behavior. Overall, Dr. Mundo is a complex and mysterious character with a disturbing past that adds depth and intrigue to the world of Arcane. If you're enjoying this discussion about Arcane and its characters, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay up to date on all of our latest videos. Whether you want to be notified of all of our new content or just occasional videos, we've got you covered. And if you're looking for more related content, be sure to check out the rest of our videos on our channel. We've got plenty of engaging discussions about all of your favorite characters and storylines from Arcane and beyond. So don't wait, hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications to stay in the loop. Point 5. The theory that Vander could potentially be Dr. Mundo is certainly an intriguing one. There are a few pieces of evidence that support this theory. For example, the fact that Vander drank a purple liquid that is similar to the color of Dr. Mundo's skin could suggest that he was experimented on with the same substance that transformed Dr. Mundo. Additionally, the fact that both characters are from the region of Zaun adds another layer of connection between them. However, it's worth noting that there are also a few pieces of evidence that contradict this theory. For example, Dr. Mundo is stated as not being a doctor, which could suggest that he is not Vander, who is depicted as a bartender turned crime fighter. Additionally, the fact that Dr. Mundo has no memory of his previous life could be seen as conflicting with the theory that he is Vander, who is shown to have a clear recollection of his past as a criminal. Overall, while the theory that Vander could potentially be Dr. Mundo is certainly interesting, it's important to keep in mind that it is just a theory and should be taken with a grain of salt. It will be exciting to see how the storyline develops in future seasons of Arcane and whether or not there is any truth to this theory. In conclusion, while there are certainly some similarities between Vander and Warwick, as well as some evidence to suggest a connection between Vander and Dr. Mundo, it's important to remember that these are just theories and should be taken with a grain of salt. Both Vander and Dr. Mundo are complex and interesting characters in their own right, and it will be exciting to see how their storylines unfold in future seasons of Arcane. Whether or not there are any direct connections between these characters remains to be seen. But in the meantime, it's important to enjoy the show for what it is and not get too caught up in fan theories. Thank you for joining us for this discussion about Vander and the potential connections to Warwick and Dr. Mundo in Arcane. We hope you enjoyed exploring these theories and learning more about these fascinating characters. As we already noted, it's always entertaining to make assumptions about possible links and Easter eggs in media, but it's crucial to keep in mind that these are simply speculations and should be treated with caution. The most crucial thing is to appreciate the show for what it is and avoid being overly preoccupied with fan theories. Make sure to click the subscribe button and enable notifications if you like this topic and want to keep up with all of our newest videos. Don't miss out. We'll be back soon with more interesting material. We appreciate your interest and we'll see you in the following episode. Take care. GG.